good evening, everyone. I trust that you had a wonderful day. I understand that in some areas you experienced rain, while in some other areas it was quite hot. But wherever you are, I want to believe that things are working out better for you. The season of December is just there, just like February mentioned there. Today is the last day of November. So in less than some few hours from now, you're going to be entering December. So what are your expectations? If you sit down and count, what are your achievements? Of course, what are those things that I don't like using the word regrets, but you will not want to repeat again. All right. So you can take advantage of the moment. So what we are doing tonight is purely practical. All of that is because we understand that some of the persons responded by asking questions. They requested that we repeat the aspect of the indicator, marrying it with our strategy. Okay, so we're going to be repeating that, but much more than that is bringing forward the importance of building a trading system that works for you. Our strategy might not work for you, might not fit in for you. For any reason, if you're working with any strategy that does not fit in, properly for you. For instance, if you're the type that is quite busy at work, and you have maybe an hour or two, using day trading strategy might not necessarily be the best. There are some certain strategy that might not work for you. And if you are the kind that is aggressive, you want to be in front of the system 24/7, there are some kind of strategy that might look frustrating for you. Okay, so you must be able to get a strategy that fits your personality. All right, so I'm saying that to say that the strategy that we are giving to you might not necessarily be the best for you. Feel free to drop a note and ask us for another strategy. And by so doing, we might ask you one or two questions in order to be able to tailor a fitting strategy for you, which is the most important aspect. Because if you have a strategy, no matter how good it is, if you don't use it or you don't enjoy using it, you might not maximize it. All right. And we are doing all of this because we want to ensure that our 2024 will be far, far better than 2023. No matter who is in the government, no matter the situation of the economy. In fact, by this particular program, I'm going to be opening us up to a mentorship program for everyone that will be willing to come along. I want to run a race of being a millionaire, even with a minimum deposit of $50 to $100. And I'm going to tell you how we're going to do it, okay? Based on what we're going to be teaching ourselves tonight. Okay, so please, I encourage you to be involved, all right? If you have questions, don't forget it, write it down. Okay, so number one thing that you must realize in building a trading strategy, please, you must be able to study the chart, all right? You must be able to interpret the market structure. It is very key, it is very important. You must be able to also study price action. It is important, all right? It is important that you are able to interpret the candlestick formation. When you see a bullish candle that is full, you must know that that also involves or it connotes huge buying pressure. All right. And when you see after 2 or 3 candles, you see it's very short candle or a candle with a very long wick, you can also say there is a weak pressure. All right. So you must be able to understand price action. All right. You must be able to interpret it correctly. It is very, very important. And for a trading system, last thing is that you must be able to have an edge. There must be that thing that makes that system fitting for you. There is that thing that makes that system very sweet for you. All right. So I'm going to be sharing an edge that we have with the system that we are going to be using tonight. Okay. So apart from us sharing the indicator to everyone, it is very simple. It gives you a buy signal. Let me share my screen quickly, please, while we talk. Okay. So you must be able to build an edge or have an edge by the reason of the system that you're using. So a trading system is not just something that you take with people quick. It's something that you have confidence in using. All right. You deliberately put yourself in that corner, in that position where you use that strategy and you can confirm if that strategy is working or not. All right. It's very, very important that you know the weapon that you are taking into the market. Okay. So just a very, very quick one because of time. We don't want to spend too much time. This is almost 30 minutes gone out of the hour. And I want to make sure that we leave here in another 20 minutes. So we're going to run very fast. All right. Please, in case I'm too fast, in case I didn't capture some areas that are important to you, please call my attention by sending a message. All right. I'll read it and I'll be able to also attend to that matter. All right. So number one thing that you must understand with the indicator, we said the arrow, the big arrow, all right, shows a buy or a selling pressure. And we said when you see a big arrow, for instance, you go on weekly chart. Let's go on weekly chart. You go on weekly chart. You see the big arrow of green saying buy. All right. What it means is that you don't buy immediately on weekly chart. Rather, you now go on 4-hour. You go on 4-hour time frame and ensure you see another buy signal. All right. By so doing, two things will happen. You will reduce your risk, your exposure. By so doing, by going to 4-hour to wait for another signal to confirm that price is indeed going up by the indicator confirming or shouting or reflecting that you should buy, you buy at that point, it will reduce your stop loss, your exposure, your risk. And number two thing that it's going to do is that it will make your take profit become nearer or closer, because we are working with 1-to-2 risk reward ratio, which is very key, very important. For every trade you take, we are not promising you that you're going to have 100%, but with this strategy, with this indicator married with our strategy, be sure that you're going to have a wonderful 2024 if you follow the instruction. Hear me, if you follow the instructions. All right. So if, for instance, I see the signal on 4-hour, what happens? What it means is that you have to go to 15 minutes or 5 minutes to go and look for. Yes, it's been recorded. All right. So and I encourage everyone, usually I don't like waiting. When we say it's 8 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. I'm not a fan of late comers or encourage people to come late. I don't encourage it. When we say it's so time, we kickstart. We can do whatever we want to do before that time, but immediately it's that time, we kickstart. What it does is it creates a consciousness in the mind of the people that are coming. I understand that some of us are trapped in hold up or traffic, or we are engaged in one activity or the other. But I see that I would rather pay those who come early, encourage them and ensure that they are happy, than discouraging them to come late the next time. Because when they come early and we don't start at the right time or when we ought to start, the next time they will come late. Okay, which I have confirmed that. So please, I want to encourage you, come early. All right, I've said a whole lot of things. Thank God for the recordings. Okay, so maybe if it can be edited, fine, but if not, we are good. So the indicator, the AGI indicator, we have given it out for free for everybody, believing that you will do the right thing by trading with our recommended broker. Having said that, I said when the indicator comes up to say a buy, like now on a weekly chart is saying a buy, don't buy immediately. Why? Because your stop loss or your risk or your exposure will be too much, will be huge. It should be over 100 or even sometimes 250 pips stop loss. All right. I said, don't buy or don't sell at that time. Go to 4 hour and ensure that you see a complementary signal. All right. Confirming that you should buy. Then you can buy. And I said, what it will do for you is that you will have reduced risk or reduced exposure. And then it can be able to hit your take profit within the shortest period of time. Understanding that our risk management principle that is guiding us is that whatever it is that we are risking, we are seeking to gain double of it. So we are working with 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. If you are risking $50, we are seeking to make $100. Nothing short of that. All right. Sometimes it might not go well like that. Okay, so you can, perhaps be able to get 1 to 1.5, but not 1 to 1 risk reward. No, it has to be more than 1 to 1. All right. So we are going for 1 to 2. All right. So for instance, if you see the signal on 4 hour, on 1 hour, saying that you should buy, what should you do? You don't buy at that time, or you don't sell on that time frame. You go to 15 minutes or 1 or 5 minutes and wait for a corresponding signal confirming that you should buy. All right. And what it does is it will reduce your risk. And because you're working with 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, your take profit also will be closer. And so it can be closer within the shortest period of time. Okay. So that is just in a nutshell, the indicator, how to use it. And we said, based on our strategy, we'll prefer you buy when price is above EMA 240, or sell when price is below EMA 240. All right. And I said the strategy says that when price is, for instance, we're using EMA 65, for instance, on 1 hour. So that's where you can use it on any time frame anyway. I want to show us this. Okay. In fact, I took this trade. Is it this one? Yeah. No, I took this one. I took this particular one. this particular one this morning. I took this particular one. All right. Now we said when price comes above EMA 65, you wait for price to return and to come down. Understanding that price has been showing or giving us lower lows and lower highs in a downtrend now. If you don't understand what I mean by lower lows and lower highs, then take it simply, if price is below the EMA 200 or EMA 240, when price is below and you can see it's been trending down, but in this case, it retraced to the upside around this region. I hope I'm not talking to myself. Okay, hold on. Let me be able to draw here because sometimes it might be a little bit difficult for people to understand. So I sold around this region this morning. Okay, can you see? Okay, because a lot of people might be. Price was above the EMA 65. This line here is 60, EMA 65. Price came above it and they were struggling. But immediately I saw this signal on 1 hour, I went to 15 minutes and 5 minutes and began to seek for an opportunity to sell. Okay, which eventually I saw, and I came back, understand the strategy. The strategy says when price comes and hits this EMA 65, all right, that is a retracement now, hits it and then start coming down. You don't sell immediately, you wait for RSI. I'm not using the RSI that you guys know here now. RSI should come down. There are two things I want to do there. We are following the trend and we are adding it with the momentum. Two things that we are working with powerfully there is that we want to trade along with the trend, but we want to enter the trade when there is huge momentum to the downside. The combination of these two will give you good results. Okay, so what it does is once your RSI comes below, maybe I should remove this so that you can get, let me get, I've lost it. Excuse me. Let me see if I can insert RSI here. Excuse me. You don't sell immediately until the RSI indicator breaks to the downside, okay, below 50 level. All right. I told you guys, people use RSI to say when price is 90 or 70 is overbought, when it's below 30 is oversold. My brother, that's the reason why most of them lose their money. Okay. My interpretation is that when it gets to 70, it means that there is huge pressure to the upside. What you're supposed to be looking for that day, for me, is to look for an opportunity to buy, because price will come down, then later it will push up if it is an uptrend, and if it is a downtrend, price will push up a little bit, then back down and continue the trend. So it shows that the momentum, either to the upside, if it hits 70, is huge. Okay, so you wait for the RSI to come below 50, and then you hit the trigger. So I took this trade this morning. I hope I can share. Just a minute. I think that could help. So please understand this strategy. In case you don't understand, feel free to ask questions. Drop the questions. All right. So once price comes below the EMA 65, is a sign that you should what? Sell. But we use the RSI to filter to ensure there is a momentum to the downside. And once the RSI breaks below the 50 level, then we'll hit the trigger. And you saw how price, dropped like a rock. Okay. Then we saw a repeat, price retracing back to the EMA 65 again, going above it, then coming down. And then that's the trade that you're seeing right now, still on. Okay. Immediately breaks below the EMA 65. And we saw that the RSI has broken below the 50 level. We took a sell, and you see how it's playing out. Okay, so that is just in a nutshell how to marry the indicator with this particular strategy. I told us before that in case the strategy does not fit you, feel free. The worst thing you can do to yourself is to use an indicator or use a strategy that you are not comfortable with, that you are not in sync with. All right. That will not be too good for you. No matter how good that strategy is, you might not be able to maximize it. And that's the truth. Okay. So feel free to drop your notes in case. Okay. Yes, I can see it now. I'm not sure if this can be clear on the screen. I'll try and share it. So it was early this morning. Okay. Can you see it? So immediately price broke below the EMA 65, all right, and the RSI came below 50. I took the short for a sell, and immediately trend and momentum excuse me, going on in the same direction. You see how it dropped big time. It dropped far beyond this. I'm not sure. Okay. Yes, dropped far beyond it. My stop loss was a little bit below there. Okay. So it's a very simple. Okay. You have a question? Olatomiwa, blessing.
Yeah.
Okay. You can, if you can type it. Sorry.
I'll type it, right?
Can you come again? I can hardly hear you.
Hello?
Hello? Yes.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. I actually want to talk your effort so far. Your teaching is very, very straightforward, and I believe many people in this seminar, the webinar, would have gotten one or two, out of what you've been teaching since. All right. I actually want to ask about the arrow indicator, the one that is pointing down up.
Yeah.
What's the name? what's the name of the arrow indicator, and
Okay,
how
the
can someone
indicator
get
is actually called HGI. Well, it wasn't for
HT?
sale. Yeah, it wasn't for sale. We gave it out to every of our member who signed up with our broker. We gave it out to everybody with the belief that you'll be able to use it. Based on request, we decided to share another strategy to support the indicator in case you don't have a reliable strategy. But if you have your own strategy, fine. The indicator will help you, maximize
What broker?
whatever strategy that you have. Trading Pro.
Okay.
Trading Pro is a global brokerage firm in Europe. In fact, one of the few brokerage firms in Africa that are actually, sorry?
Does the arrow repaint?
Nope. That's the beauty of
Is
it.
it
You
fixed?
see everything. All right. It's a masterpiece. I don't want to belabor that matter. Okay, it's a masterpiece. If it is not good, I will not be one that would share anything like that. Of course, you don't know me before now, but personally, I only use tools that are reliable. Okay, so
Okay.
but it's something you can try out. We've shared it with all our members, and the truth is, I've been having very, very good reports, but to add to it is a consistency. And we said that if you don't have a trading journal, you won't be able to master the use of your own strategy, talk less of the one that was given to you. So in this webinar, I want to reiterate the fact that no matter how good your strategy is, if you cannot master it, if you cannot follow its instruction one after the other, it might not be able to deliver maximally to you. And 2024, I mean, this country, I'm not prophesying doom, but I'm saying that you have to put your life or your destiny in your hands right now. Trading is a skill that if you acquire the skill, and the skill is not the strategy, that you have a strategy or you have a robot is not the skill. The skill is the ability to use what you have and maximize the opportunity that comes to the market. So this greed thing, rushing to enter a trade when your parameters or your set instructions are not yet complete, should be killed. They are robbing you of your hard-earned money. $1 now is over 1,000 naira. You cannot afford to continue in that path. All right. You enter a trade, you will be patient for it to hit your stop loss. But when it's going to your profit, you will not be patient to allow it to hit your take profit. There's something wrong somewhere. All right. So I have decided that for this 2024, starting from tomorrow, I'm preparing as many people that are connecting with our broker. We're going to be doing live session together. We're going to be trading together. It's like a mentorship program. We're going to be open to ourselves, your losses, your mistakes. We have to be able to correct each other. All right. So I'm going to form a group, but on Telegram anyway, so that it can be easy for me. Once I see a signal for entry, I share it to everybody in that group. Possibly give a call. We'll have to go through all the parameters in terms of risk, because risk management is also very, very key, very, very important. Okay. And then ensure that you have a trading plan that can work for you. All right. So once we set up that, and I'm saying this now as an announcement, really. Okay. Okay. So if you're interested, we're not charging you money for any mentorship, for any training. Nothing. All we need is that seriousness, the commitment that you want to learn. And I'm looking at being able, I will share it. Let's see. There's a plan that have been laid. I shared with one of our members that if you work with $100, and you are able to get 500 pips on every month, in a year and 6 months, you should have nothing less than $800 to $1 million in your account, based on what have been put. And I want to work it out. And so this group of persons who are going to be doing it together, I'm trusting God that as we proceed, we will see that our life is actually in our hands. Okay? Apart from the hand of God, anyway, God has given it to us and we have to maximize it. So this skill, I mean, how long did it take Ronaldo, to practice, any sport, you went to school for 4 years, some of us 7 years, and then you came out, yet you want a job, they will tell you need experience, and yet this skill that can turn one's life around, you're not putting the effort required to do things the way it should be done. There are instructions, just follow the instructions. We still can't, but we want the result. Please, I want to encourage us tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
I am seeing the EMA that I'm seeing now. I think it's more than 2 or 3. Yeah, but you majorly hit on 240 and 65.
I don't want to confuse everybody. This is my personal screen. You can see I have a pivot indicator here. I have strength indicator here. I have other things. You see this here, you have divergence. Those are tools that I use, that I will make available to this group that are, once we come together, all right, these tools will be made available to them. But I don't want to confuse, because that will require another teaching, which is not what we are here for tonight. What we are here for tonight is the EMA 65 and the EMA 240. When you see price in between EMA 65 and EMA 240, it means you should get ready. Find out, what is the trend? Is the trend down or is the trend up? Once the trend is up, all you need to do is wait for the momentum to follow, to go up. And that is confirmed by the RSI moving from below 50 to above 50.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Please, if you want the best, feel free to ask me questions. I think usually I appreciate it when I get questions. So, but if you don't have questions, you can go back to the recordings and you can get a whole lot of things out of this presentation. Okay?
Yeah.
So is it
the indicator is so powerful, so I have been monitoring the way it appears. In short, if we can master
you must know how to. Sorry?
I said the indicator, if we can master the way it appears and when to enter trade, very important. In short, very powerful indicator. I must confess, I've been monitoring it, trying it on demo. So, and it's very working perfectly. Another area that I want you to really educate us is just risk management.
Okay.
That is that I am feeling. Yes, I'm confessing this now in that area.
Thank you very much. Risk management is one key area that is killing a lot of traders. They have good strategy, but because they do not know what it entails to be able to manage, in fact, they focus on making profit than managing risk. And as an investor, your number one focus should be to manage your risk, because you are exposing your capital. If you put your money in your account and you don't do anything, your money just sits there. But immediately you are venturing into buying or selling any instrument, you are exposing your capital. And so you must be able to do the calculation to know what is the cost of this that you want to do. What is the reward? It has to be ascertained. It has to be confirmed. This is what even if you don't get it, but at least you have it in view. Okay? So risk management, simply put, personally, I will tell you, work with a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 2. And what that means is, For every trade you take, for instance, you are risking $10. It depends on how much you have in your account. You are risking $50 per trade. You are risking $100 per trade. You are risking $1,000 per trade. A friend of mine just bought a prop firm account, $100,000, and he wants us to pass it for him. But he said he saw an opportunity and he said, wow, let him just use small lots and take the opportunity and all that. And before you know it, he lost over $2,000. Okay. Now, if you ask him, what were you trying to get in that trade? Most likely, he just wanted to get like maybe $200 or $300 or $400. All right, just small trade. Let me just take small trade. You call it small trade, but now you find out that it's not worth it because you lose more. What I'm trying to say here is, for every trade you take, and that is why you need in trading, if you cannot wait, you cannot trade. It's not every bus that meets you at the bus stop that you enter, because you're not going the same way everybody's going. For your strategy, for your risk management, it says if it's not up to ×2 of your risk,
Another challenge.
when this indicator comes up, yes.
Another challenge faces most times. Sometimes when I went for work, I will not be in the system. So when you are not in the system, you will not see this indicator. So that is another challenge. Being consistent with.
Eh? Okay. Sorry,
so,
hold on. You said you have to be consistent, right?
Yeah, I just stop on the way because I said I will not miss this class.
Wow.
I said yes. I went on the move. This indicator cannot be seen on the phone, so you won't know what is really happening. So that's where I'm trying to master this indicator 65 EMA.
Exactly. So that thank you for pointing that out. Let me quickly say this. With the EMA 65, EMA 240, you have that on your Android, and your RSI, okay, you have it on your system. The RSI acts as a filter and as a momentum indicator as well. In other words, even when price is going your way, but the RSI has not gone below or above the 50, it has not yet shown that there is huge momentum. Usually, price move very fast when they come below or above that EMA, below that 50 level. Okay, so you have at least these three things on your Android phone. And if you follow the rules, if you follow the instruction, I tell you, you'll find out that it's in sync with the indicator. Okay, so number one thing you look for is price in between EMA 65 and 240. Once price breaks above 65, good. It's telling you set. When price breaks below it now, okay, you say good. It's a good trade to enter. But is it safe? Being safe now is you go to your RSI. Is RSI below 50? And once it's below 50, you can click your button, put your stop loss above, and put 1:2 risk reward ratio. All right? And then allow it to run. It goes your way, you move your stop to break even, you have done your own part. It's not all the trade that will hit. Sometimes you can move your stop loss to break even, then continue to trail that trade. Okay? Yeah.
So that means the EMA 65, whenever it crosses 240, that is a signal that the market is buying. When it crosses below again 240, that means the market is on a downtrend. Is it on a particular time frame or an all time frame?
I would prefer you use this strategy on 1 hour time frame. Somebody is asking me, how do you can use it on any time frame anyway.
It's a 1 hour variable.
Yes, I prefer to use it on 1 hour because you don't have to. But if you're a scalper, well, you have to be off and on.
Don't like. Okay. All right. I think I'm done. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. What's the name again?
I'm
Festus. Festus. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So somebody is asking a question, how do you take profit, sir? The calculation of your profit must be double of your risk. For instance, where is my risk when I took this trade? If you can see it, my risk was here. Not up to anyway, because I took it for a lower time frame. But now, if I want to take my profit should be ×2 of this one. All right. So ×2 should have gotten me out here. Okay. That's the tool that MT4 gave us. You just drag and put it. But it will not work. You know why? Because price has gone beyond that level. So I'm just deliberately now following this one up. What you can do is to have a trailing stop. A trailing stop is what you will use. Permit me, just one. So you do this to trail your stops. Oh, sorry. Whoa. You're seeing the MS Word. Jeez. You see? And the time is fast spent. Okay, so let me share my current screen. So guys, you can see before now my stop loss was above, but now I'm trailing this particular move to the downside. Okay. Now, quickly, for everybody that is interested in being part of the mastermind or part of the mentorship program, you want to trade with me, you want us to trade together, all right, please, I want to encourage you to drop your email, all right, drop your email so that we can reach you. Interested in trading with me this month from tomorrow. Of course, you have to sign up with our broker. You have to phone with at least $50. All right. And there is a promo. Fego will have to bring that over to us. You know, all of that is just to encourage as many people as possible. But for this mentorship program, we're going to be meeting at least twice every week to take a look at the sessions and see the opportunities that we can maximize from the market. Okay, so if you're interested, you want to be part of that mastermind group, or you want to be part of that mentorship group, please drop your email. This thing is acting up, I don't know. Well, can you hear me?
Okay, good evening, everyone. I think maybe he's having a network challenge, but meanwhile, I believe everyone can hear me. Yeah, please, if you can hear me, can indicate. I'm taking notes of the emails on the yes, I'm taking notes of the emails that are being dropped on the chat. But please, if you can hear me, so I'm sure you can hear me. Kindly indicate on the chat.
We can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Can
All
hear
right.
you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm just taking notes of the emails that has been dropped on the chat. Please give me a second. Okay, I'm on the last one now. All right, all right, all right. All right, I've gotten everything. So if after the class an image dropped, I can also check back on the chat and then I'll just add it. So will send out a mail with any other information. I want to see, I can't share an image. I wanted to share an image with us. Okay, so we are having a, if you have seen the image, okay, I'll send you the image via mail. So we are having a Christmas trade and win section. All right. I'm gonna, excuse me, let me just reply. He's trying to reach out to me that his network went off. Just give me a second, please. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, so we are having a okay, all right. So sorry, apologies for his network. Network is terrible sometimes. I don't know. But all the same. So I don't waste much time. We're supposed to end by 9 p.m. on the dot. Okay, so we're having a Christmas trade and win, like he mentioned. So we want to see how we can trade together. If you remember during our previous sections, we mentioned that the truth is, if you observe, we are not charging anybody for this. We just want to see how. The truth is, there's a lot of scam in this forex market. So many persons don't even believe you can make money from forex anymore. So, you know, it's crazy out there. There's a lot of things that I can't even begin to explain to you guys what's happening in the forex market. A lot of false image, people manipulating backend. A lot of things are happening. Okay, so don't think forex is a scam. It's not a scam. A lot of people have just painted forex trading as, not so good. But we want to see how we can gather a few community of traders and grow together. So that's the main aim. So, and that's why if you observe, we'll be doing free training. We are giving out free indicators, all of these things. You understand? It's not stopping us from making our own money, all right? So that's the truth. Even if we have 100 people in the forex market, it's not going to stop you from making your own money. The market is there's enough money for everybody, enough for everybody. So that's the truth. That's the truth. See, there's enough money for, even if 1 million traders are coming to market, there's enough money to go around. All right. So 2024 is going to be a great year, and it's going to start. Tomorrow is the first day of the month of December. So we're starting something big tomorrow. So register with our recommended broker. If you came from maybe a group, you're in a group, you can just sign up with your admin group link. All right. Sign up with the link, fund your account with at least $50. And once you've done that, you are already registering for, we have promos. So if you've done that, you can stand a chance to win laptops, phones, a lot of things, even cash prizes. The idea is just fund with $50. It's still your money. Just be trading. Whatever amount you make is your own. All right. So long as you fund your account, you qualify for the raffle draw. So whatever prizes come to your email, you're automatically the winner. So it's just a way of giving back to our fellow traders, to support them, encourage them. Who knows what you might win? Okay. So that's just it. We're not asking for anything. Just register with the broker, fund your account and trade. It's your money, you withdraw, and you also get to win prizes. All right. So that will be all for tonight's class. If there's any upcoming classes, like we've said, we're going to send you mails. We're going to give you further details, to make you carry everybody along. So please have great faith for December. December starts in less than a few hours. It's going to be a great month. Please don't feel whether you've made money from Forex or not. Maybe you don't even understand what happened in this class. See, don't bother yourself. All right. The truth is, God has helped us, and we want to see how we can grow this community together. So that's it. Thank you for joining in tonight's class. I'm so happy you could join in. Thank you for making our time to be here. We'll reach out through emails for any further details, and whatever group you are in, you will also get further details from us. Thank you. Happy new month ahead. Have a wonderful night rest. Bye-bye.